Today is day 298. I'm in community camp. So for those of you in Montana, can't wait to meet you in Kalispell. So let's see. Today I saw a deal get posted for 67 Caitlin Lane, Midway, Georgia, 31320. This is a 4 bed. I don't know how many bathrooms that is. 2114 square feet. Purchase price 250 grand. Let's go and take a look at this. This was posted as a cash flow opportunity. So let's see how this looks. Entry fee 28,750, 28,750, 18,750. Because this says right here it includes a $10,000 assignment fee. So I'll put $10,000 assignment fee. Write that one down. Your PITI is 1844 based on a principal of $212,000. $212,000. This is for a 3.5% interest rate. Let's see. Paid to seller on the back end. Perfect for long-term rental. Long-term rental 2,100. Roof new. It's relatively turnkey. Okay. So let's just use this property and just see if it's going to cash flow, right? That's the most important part. For the rehab on this property, I'm going to set aside some money to paint the place. It's 2,114, 114. That's all I'm going to set aside for, plus $500 for the landscaping, plus another $1,500 for the roof. Even though it says it's in new condition, I'm going to assume that there might be some patching that needs to take place in case there's anything I cannot see from the photos. So I'm going to have 2 bathrooms for high pressure flush toilets. Okay, so I got my rehab here. I feel pretty good about the $11,000. It's probably gonna be cheaper than that, but I feel pretty conservative in the estimate because I can always send someone out there to walk the property just to see if it needs any more work afterwards. Okay, so let's go and take a look at the condition of the property right here. I don't love the wallpaper, so good thing I got the painting budget in. This kitchen is a little bit older, a little dated, but still usable. All right, so I feel pretty good about the condition of the property. Not too bad. All right, so where is this? The flood zone? Oh, might be in a flood zone too. Interesting. A little bit of fire risk, so something to be worried about, just in case the fire insurance costs more. So I'll just be a little bit more aggressive on my insurance estimate here. So now that I can see that it has been disclosed that the total PITI is 1844, I'm going to write this expense down. So to figure out my property taxes, right, I'm going to do equals 1844 subtracted by the principal portion of the subto loan and subtracted by the interest portion of the subto loan. This gives me the total property tax number that I need to use for taxes and insurance, right? Because usually when you escrow a certain amount, it's including an amount for the taxes and insurance. Now, because it's in a flood zone and fire zone, I'm going to add an extra $50 of insurance payments per month, right? Because usually when you turn a property from a primary residence property to a investment property, the insurance company typically considers that to be a riskier investment. So that's why we're adding extra $50 to this deal for that fact, to just be a little bit more conservative in my estimates. Okay, so now that we got some of the expenses down, I got 10% for my maintenance, no money for HOA, 10% for my property management, and 5% for vacancy. This gives me a total of about roughly 25% of the rent for thing. Now, we still haven't gotten the rent yet, so let's go ahead and get the rents. So for this property, let's see what county this is in. County. And you can see that this property is in Liberty County. So we're only going to underwrite this deal assuming it's just a long-term rental Section 8, right? Super straightforward, super easy. So when you Google HUD FMR, you're going to get to this page and you can click on the first link. The first link is for the HUD website for fair market rents. You know, come down here and click on Access Small Area FMRs. Click on Look Up FY 2024 FMRs. Look up the state. Look up the county. This was in Liberty County. And now you're going to get the rent ceiling by bedroom count by zip code. And this was in 31320. Yep. 31230, and you can see that the 4-bedroom rent ceiling is $2. So let's write that one down, 2,000. Don't care about the 3-bed because this property is already a 4-bed. Now, writing all these ones down because my partners already know how to analyze deals, so this is just a super easy way for me to get all the data points together so that they know where it came from. Okay. Now that I got my rent ceiling right from the HUD website for 2,000, I got to go get my market rents. And when I go to affordablehousing.com, I go to the owner section, go to the market rent estimator, and then I got to plug in my address, plug in bedroom count, and you can click on get estimate after. The number you care most about here is this number on the bottom right. It says that the average rent for 25 units is $2,133. $2,133. And a 7-mile radius is actually really, really wide, but it's probably because this property is so rural. That's why I had to go that far out just to get rent 25 units worth of rents here. So now that you know it's 2,133, what I'll do is I'll probably assume because $2,000 is the low of the two, I'll use the $2,000 for rent. And I'll even underwrite using 2,133 just so you guys can kind of see how it goes, right? But just remember, $2,000 typically includes utilities. But the reason I'm using $2,000 right now is because to show you how far off we are from cash flowing, right? Because even if $2,000 includes utilities and you're not deducting any expenses right now, this is already a negative cash flowing deal, right? So you bought the property for $250. Let's say you have 11 grand for renovations, $2,000 for rent. You got your subto loan details that I kind of put in right here from the details that were disclosed to me at 3.5%. This is going to yield you, assuming you rent out for a 4-bedroom, it's going to yield you a total rent of $2,000. And if you rent out for $2,000, you're going to be negative $394 of cash flow a month, which makes it a negative 10.3% return. Oops, negative 10.3. And the purchase price is $250,000. $250,000 with the $11,000 rehab. Okay. Now, even if you turn this into a market rate, all right, let's say you can get to 2,133, which we got from the affordablehousing.com website, 2,133, you're still going to be negative 294, right? So in both scenarios, right, these are both not deals because of the negative cash flowing aspect. Now, this is obviously not investment advice. I'm not soliciting any investments on this call. I'm simply showing you all the work I do every single day to get practice in. Could you wrap it? Could you find another exit strategy for it? Midterm rental, short-term rental? Absolutely. But my passion is in affordable housing. So that's how I analyze it. And the whole point of this exercise is to, one, how do you quickly understand what's a deal and what's not a deal? How do you quickly rule out a deal so that you don't spend more time on it than you need to? Because how do you burn out? You burn out when you do a ton of work for no results. And in this scenario, you can kind of quickly realize that it's not a deal. So you can kind of move on unless you have another exit strategy that you feel like you are truly passionate about and you have the team to execute on it. So in this scenario, that's not this case. So now that we got our clarity on this, I hope you all are able to copy my homework, right? I hope you guys can analyze the same deal I analyzed today, using the same details, right? This was posted right in our by the wholesalers, and they thought it was a cash flow opportunity. Just be really careful, right? It might look like it's cash flowing opportunity because you just take the long-term rental rates and you subtract the PITI. But after you deduct the expenses, right, the CapEx, the vacancy, and everything, it's no longer a deal because you're losing money, right? We all know that you have to do some maintenance. You had to do, and you had to set aside money because the roof is going to get replaced at some point. The air conditioner is going to break down at some point, whether that's 10, 15, 20 years. Same thing with the water heater. Probably go 10, 7, 10, 15 years as well. So that money doesn't belong to you. So if you think you make an extra 10% of your rent, right, every single month, and all of a sudden you get hit with a big bill at the end of it, you might realize that, hey, for the past 10 years, you didn't make any money. So don't be that person. Please make sure you underwrite with CapEx and maintenance in place. All right. All right. If you guys want to copy of the spreadsheet, you guys can go to affordablehousing.io. Once you go to the website, just click on the Get Deal Analysis tool, and then you plug in your name, your email, your phone number, and that's the fastest way for you to get a copy of the spreadsheet. All right. Hope this was helpful to you. For those of you in Montana, I can't wait to see you all in person. It's going to be a great week. get to network and meet so many folks in the community and just become friends with everyone. I'm super, super excited. So have an amazing Wednesday, everybody. Hope you guys spend some quality time with your family and friends because I know I'm going to have a blast this week. All right. Have an amazing day. I'll be back here again tomorrow on July 25th for day 299. So this is 298. All right. Have a good one, everybody.